Hello everyone, welcome back. So the original video was recorded before I did my chit chat chatter, and I had so much chatter in it that the video was really very choppy because I was taking parts out. I've decided to just hurry up and come in here and reshoot the whole video for you guys. So it'll go from like 35 minutes down to hopefully under 10. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to show you guys how to create a curved spine. This is a curved spine, okay, in very little time, okay. All of the ways that we know to curve spines, or anyways, some of the ways that I've tried, they're tedious and sometimes they have too much room for error for me. And I was researching how to curve your spine in video after video. We're pretty much using the same techniques, and I know of another way that you can achieve a curved spine very simply, but this is very cheap, you guys. Very simple, hands down. It's so simple, it's simply ridiculous. Let's get into it. I have to explain a few things to you first. Okay, I purchased this now, I know that you can buy book board, but I purchased this brown chipboard. It's 100 point, and actually it is 250 point boards put together. Purchased it off of Amazon. I purchased about 5 or 6. I have probably 3 or 4 left. So it says that it's 2.54 mm thick. Purchased these, I'm a Prime member, so I would get them the next day. With everything that's going on now, you guys, that's kind of out the door. It probably will take me a month to get this now. So, yeah, that's a heads up to go ahead and try and order something. Or look for other simpler ways to make your board. Use up your cereal boxes and cracker boxes and stuff like that. Okay, so my last purchase of this was masonite board, which is hardboard, okay? This board is awesome, but it is expensive. And I'm going to show you what I mean, okay? I'm going to dip it in some water, okay? You see how that is? That's not water, it's actually tea. That's my tea. But this is, if it were water, it's going to soak up into that, okay? You can see that. Well, I mean, you can see that it's soaked up into that, right? Dip it back into my tea. Yes, I'm done drinking my tea, you guys. And I'm going to show you this tea on this hardboard, okay? So, you see that? I have to now dry this off because it's not soaking into that board, okay? It's just sitting on top of that board. It's real good for working with your wet mediums because it's not going to warp as the other boards do. So they make great covers. However, the problem with that is when I did my Victorian Book of Days journal, I couldn't put a curved spine on it. I wanted to, but I couldn't because when I went to curve the spine I had created with this, it just wasn't doing, you guys. I put a little forcing behind it. The board ended up cracking down the center of it, so that was a no-no. And then I was a little teed. I was a little disappointed because, like I said, these boards are quite expensive. So I have 5 left, and I've used one on the Victorian book that I was just referencing. And so that took me 3 pieces. And so knowing me, I think I probably, because I messed up cutting them too, I probably ordered either 9 or 12 of those. You guys, total, I've spent on these boards. If I purchased 5, I think they were $100, okay? If I purchased 6, it probably was 120 because I think that these are $20. I'm going to link everything below. These boards, you guys, for either 9 or let's say 12. Let's say for 12 of these boards, okay, was $134. That was with shipping included. So, shipping wasn't extremely fast and it wasn't extremely slow. So I could only imagine now how long it will probably be 2 or 3 months before I can get some more of these. So I may also look into trying to find book board. And always, you guys, if you have any suggestions, I really, as to purchasing things, a better way to purchase things, or even better ways to do things, because I am really all about sharing the knowledge. Okay, so anyway, these are those. And I don't want this to be a long video, so I'm just going to hop in there like really, really fast. So I told you guys in one of my other videos, when I make covers, I like to make multiple ones, and there should be 5 here. I don't know where that's for. Okay, so I have them up, and you can see these little spines are curved. I've just had them set up and ready to go. Make sure that okay, so you can see that that's curved. Okay, let's keep that together. So thankfully, I have another one that I'm going to show you how to curve today. Okay, so anyway, if I use these to make my covers, if I want a curved spine, I'm simply going to use this board, because this one will mold. Now, all you have to do, you guys, this is so freaking simple. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Hands down, easiest way to curve your spine. And I have looked, you guys, I have searched, trying to figure out better ways or simpler ways, easier ways, more foolproof ways to curve your spine. And for me, this is it. Okay, so I'm using Stay Flow. I purchased this at Walmart back before all the, let me get this out of the way, back before all of the craziness started. However, I mean, you can purchase that. You may have some on your own. You can make your own starch. I'll leave a few links below, and for videos that'll be like under 3 minutes, because I've already looked that up for you guys. Okay, so this is how I'm going to curve my spine, you guys. Now, look at this. Let's get the T off now. I'm putting T on there. I'm simply going to dip my brush in my starch, and I'm going to cover all of this. I should have done the other side so I can, well, they'll still be on there, my measurements. But I do have, 4 of the boards. And I'm just going to completely cover my spine piece with this starch, okay? And I really prefer to have done it on the other side, but let's keep this thing moving. Okay, now that I have this covered, you guys, I'm simply going to place my thumbs in the center of this board, and I'm going to push. Now with my fingers, I'll be pulling towards me. I'm pushing with my thumbs, and I'm pulling with my fingers towards me, okay? Now I'm going to come over to this side and do the same. And all I'm doing by doing this, you guys, is breaking up these board fibers, okay? So the starch has loosened it, and it's going to stiffen it as well. Now, I tried this with water, and it wasn't very stiff at all. I just wanted to see if the starch was really making a difference, and it was. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, it's easier to come on this side, so I tend to flip it so that I can get the same pressure on this side over here. Okay, now I'll also take it between my hands, and I can push in the center with my thumb there, okay, to get more of a curve. You can also, and I don't want to pull my big coffee can up here, you can use that or the tube, the mailing tube that I have, to mold your spine piece around that to make sure that you're getting the shape that you want. This is working perfectly for me, and it works beautifully. So at this point, I'm going to take a flat piece of board and lay it flat on there, turn it over, and I'm going to look down there. And what I'm looking for is to make sure that all of these points are laying flat on the board. Okay? And they are. Now, if they weren't, I need to go back in and mold my board some more. I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to dry this layer. So I'll rush through this. So that's dry enough, and I'm going to go back in with another coat, okay? Now you can do as many coats of this as you like to get it stiffer, but I tend to do 3 or 4 coats. I'll do 3 on this side, and then I'll also turn it over when it's all done and do a coat on the back side. So you can get this as deep as you want. You can just keep trying to mold it just like that, okay? Using it just like that, and it's that simple, you guys. That simple. Okay, now before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to set it down just to make sure. Now, and it's laying flat on that end, and it's laying flat on that end. Okay, so we're all good. So it's as simple as that. Now, I have some others here that I have curved and just have sitting, waiting for me. And so I think there's one that's kind of a bit more curved than the others. Let's see if I can pick it out. I think it might be this one or this one. Okay, so this one does have a bit of a deeper curve than the rest of them. Okay, so you can curve this to your heart's content. I like mine slightly curved. I don't want to get too exaggerated with the curve. But anyway, so that is all you do, you guys. This is how you achieve your curved spine for your journals. And you can go in and add your hubs and after all of that. So do you guys have any an easier way to curve your spine? Do you have or simply just an easy way to curve your spine? When I was looking for this, I didn't see any tutorials. I didn't see anything like that. So anyway, I want to know if you guys, let's share our knowledge. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, I'm going to let this dry, and I want to ask you guys, have you guys seen an easier way to curve your spine than this right here? I haven't, but perhaps you have, or perhaps you know how to do this, and perhaps you have been doing this for years. It's okay to let others know how to do something, but anyway, I don't want to get down on that spiel too much. It is late and I am tired, but yes, so I also want to mention, I was going to show how I do my these covers when I'm making them from scratch. So instead of doing that, what I did was I went in search of tutorials on how to put these covers together. And so what I found, you guys, is a lady. I'm not for sure of her name, but I know that she's a subscriber of mine. But her YouTube channel is The Book Vandal Shop. She has a very good series of how to put these covers together. It's a very good series. It's very clear, very easy instructions to follow. So I will be linking her below. I want you guys to go over and check her out. And while I'm on that, as some of you know, I have been using some some faux antique ledger pages in my journals and eco-dyed pages. And I asked the lady as I was buying them if she had a YouTube channel. She does. I went over and checked it out, you guys, and I'm telling you, this lady is awesome. She has some very, very lovely journals. You will not be disappointed. So I'm going to list her channel and some of her, I'll link the videos down below to everything, so you guys can go over and check those out. So once again, you guys, do you think that this is the easiest way so far to curve your spine? If not, let me know. If there's a better way, please tell me so that I can look into that as well. It's okay for us to share our knowledge, you guys. And on that note, you guys have a lovely night, a lovely morning or evening, wherever you are.